at with Arcade Galactic in our second location up in Ogden. This is at the Newgate Mall and the south part of Ogden, pretty much Riverdale. And I'm going to highlight a game that I don't think that I've really given much attention to on YouTube before, and I guess maybe not a lot on our social media either. And that is Gauntlet Dark Legacy by Atari Games. Now, yes, on this one it says Midway Games, but we all know that the game was originally designed at Atari Games, and then Midway ended up buying Atari Games at some point around the very turn of the millennium. And this was one of the few games that they kind of slapped their logo onto, and it said Midway Games, and in the track mode, sometimes it would say Midway Games instead of Atari Games. But to me, Gauntlet's always going to be an Atari game, and so that's how I'll consider it. But anyways, I'm just going to get this playthrough here and talk about it while I play. And if you've not played this one in a while, or maybe you have it on your old Dreamcast or Nintendo 64 or something like that, I always would recommend just playing this one in the arcade. It's better in the arcade. It's always better in the arcade, right? Or it's supposed to be. But let me get started, and I'll just go through one credit, so I'm not going to go really long on this, and see how I do. Alright, it's been a little while since I played this. I still should have my thing on here. I guess you'll all see what my special password is, although if you want to play as my character and level me up, sure, go right ahead. Oh, I guess it got all reset. Oh, well, I'll be a knight, since that's the only one that's been sort of leveled up.
Castle Stronghold. You are now entering the Castle Courtyard.
Okay. I guess speaking of that phrase, I was trying to get a Die Hard arcade not long ago and didn't work out. Of course, if you haven't really played this one and you maybe you weren't around in the days when this was brand new, the 3D does look very crude by today's standards. Woo! Money! But this follows the original idea of Gauntlet, which was to try and bring an adventuring or dungeon crawling game to arcades. But this did it in 3D instead of 2D top-down. Now personally, I like Gauntlet. Legends is what this started as, and Dark Legacy was an update to that. I liked Dark Legacy and Legends more than I liked the original. The original seemed to get a little old kind of fast, whereas this is a little more varied. But again, if you're not used to the way 3D is from this late 90s, early 2000s, then it can be a little, I guess, straining on the eyes, but also charming in its own way for those that... Oh crap, that was poison. You don't mind the low poly models, which I guess are kind of normal these days with mobile gaming and indie games and all that. But you have generators that create enemies, and you want to destroy those to get rid of the enemies. Level up, collect treasure. All the stuff you expect to do in a dungeon crawling RPG. Collect lots of keys. Of course, this is unusual for arcade games in general. They're a little bit more focused on fast action. You're dead in a few minutes maybe if you're not really good at a game. Or a lot of modern games these days will kill you off intentionally in just a few minutes, so you don't really get much choice in the matter. But this one doesn't. It gives you health, and the health is counting down. So you want to insert coins to buy health. Or you can find things like the apple here, which gives you like 50 health points. Gotta avoid the gas, the toxic gas. It's almost like magic. And of course, that's an iconic phrase from the old, excuse my magic.
Limited levitation.
An iconic phrase from the old Gauntlet, which had voice in it. So-and-so Red Warrior needs food badly and all that. There's, oh crap, that was stupid. Well, this game doesn't mind telling you to not be stupid and not do dumb things. Like I just did. Of course, oops, my levitation ran out right as I was going over the traps. You normally could walk over those if you have the limited levitation. Looks like I'm about to die here. Unless I get some health. Woo! That's right. We got secret walls. And this is from a time when arcade games didn't mind using secrets and the like. These days, unfortunately, it seems pretty rare that arcades come with secrets. I can't remember which one I want to go into. Get some bananas. Yep, I guess I gotta find a key somewhere since I used the wrong one. Well, this is analog control, so it controls nicely. This type of game. The place I want to get is the portal up there. So we'll see if I can find one more key before the timer runs out. It's in that barrel. Wait for the trap. Check the walls here, see if there's any secrets. That must be way back. I'll probably die by the time I can get through there. Of course, this is one of those games that's entertaining as a single-player game, but it was really made for 2 players at once, or 3, 4 play, up to 4 players, and that's where it's funnest. But don't come across that too often these days. At least from what we've seen, I haven't seen too many people playing it in 4-player mode. Now, when Gauntlet Legacy first came out, or sorry, Legends, I keep saying Legacy. When Legends first came out, I remember all the time playing with strangers in 4-player mode. Maybe I should grab another coin and not make this a waste.
Nice. Insert coins to continue.
Alright, oh, go back on my word and do that.
Welcome back, Blue Knights.
Of course, since there aren't any monsters left, I'll probably be fine through the next level. I could touch the death back there, but usually you only want to do that when you find a little angel halo, so you use anti-death power to drain him. You can use your magic to get rid of him too. There we go. Got the right way.
Multiple hits destroy secret walls.
Use this. So if you push turbo and fight at the same time, then it'll use your power here to do a special attack, and there's 3 levels of special attacks.
Blue Knight has gained a level.
There we go, that's what I wanted. Gotta level up, get all the way to 99, which I have done on this and Legacy before. Not Legacy, Legends, I keep getting it wrong. Or just beat them senseless. Your mace. Oh, there's a key. Sometimes the camera angle on this is a little bit wonky. Woo! Talk about minty fresh, and I used the key when I shouldn't have. Oops. And I stepped on a trap when I shouldn't have. So yeah, this would be a great game to see remade. Widescreen support and all that. Now, if you're not wanting to play this, you want to play something new that's in the same realm of RPG adventure game for arcades, we do have that with Lightning Knights on the XR Arcadia. This is kind of pointless now. So the XR Arcadia is a multi-game system up at the front of our store here in Ogden, and there's the Lightning Knights game on there. It's a dungeon crawler that is kind of like Smash TV meets Gauntlet. So fitting to have that game here. More meat. Not finding any of the stones though. Can't remember if there are any here. So you're supposed to go through collecting stones so that you can defeat the big bad guy. There's Scorn and one other one, I can't remember now. Okay, so, oops. Meant to buy, it's usually good to buy some power-ups, level up increments of 5 there, but I was too button happy and skipped it. So now when I die, we'll have that be the end of this little video. Find secret walls. This gets a little easier to plow through enemies once you level up enough. And remember to upgrade yourself when you reach the end of level. Or just burn through them with your fire shield. As I remember, most people seem to like playing with the elf or the warrior. The knight, I guess, is kind of the warrior. Now, for people wondering about who owns the Gauntlet IP now, that would be Warner Brothers. They did release a new Gauntlet for PCs a few years back, and it was actually pretty good. Obviously, since it wasn't designed for arcades, it was a little bit more console focused in some of the gameplay choices, but with a little bit of work, it could have been adapted for arcades without too much work, I would say. So if you haven't played that one, it's pretty good. Otherwise, you gotta find the Lightning Knights out there, which I don't know how many of those are out in the United States other than the one that we have here. Fun to use a 3-way shot to mow through enemies a little bit. And the reflective shot should bounce off walls. There we go. stupid rats. One of the fun things on this one in the secrets is to find things like Pojo the chicken, so you can play as a chicken that shoots fireballs. I miss having humor in games like that. Uh-oh. I'm taking you guys with me. Finding just enough food to stay alive a little bit longer. Hey, treasure! Treasure and rats. Oops. I love the way the announcer says that. About to die. So I wish more modern games that are being a little more complex would kind of have this narration and little nudges to help you along. That would be a good service to the player. Anyways, that is Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Sorry I keep confusing Legends and Legacy all the time. But yeah, it's here at Arcade Galactic Ogden. Not our most popular game because it's been around for a while, and again, I think some people just find the old 3D kind of off-putting, but like I said, some might have charm, and it's a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun if you're here with friends to give it a shot. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you around.